call the meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Flint Library to order at 7:07. And announce that I am recording this meeting on my personal computer.
I'm recording here for the website.
Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes?
Do you want to wait for Mark?
Well, I think we can start in
Or
the,
have Annie do her report, that's trustees and.
no, I'm sure Mark would like to be here to hear what Annie has to say. But I can make an easy edit that I don't think anybody will object to. I just feel awkward because I don't see Stephanie. There he is. There you are.
Hang on.
To order.
Stephanie is,
Ready to go. We're about to look at the minutes.
Great.
I will say I'm putting it up, but Stephanie's not. You can't see her.
Oh, okay, but she can hear us.
Stephanie, can you hear us okay? Oh, now she is.
Hi.
Just popped up.
So regarding minutes, Stephanie,
Yep.
I was elected vice chair secretary at the June meeting. So from last month and this month, it should record as me, not Susan.
Where's that on the?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Attending,
Oh, at attending, okay,
board president.
gotcha. Should go vice chair under you.
Got it.
Thank you.
Anywhere else, Allison? or
No, and other than that, I have to say, nicely done. Nicely done. Mark, I'll let you jump in at this point.
Thank you, and thank you for covering. I'm sorry to be late.
I'll move to accept the minutes as amended.
Thank you. Not shy. Wrong one again.
Jackie, do you have an extra agenda?
I do.
Oh,
I got it.
no,
it's okay.
Take your second, you can just go. Oh, it doesn't matter. One or the other, doesn't matter.
Thank
I didn't even write on this one either.
So we've approved the minutes. Cost of you.
I made the motion.
I second.
Now you take a vote.
All in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Moving on to the Friends of the Flint. I'd like to welcome Annie Littleton and ask if she wouldn't mind sharing an update with us.
Thanks, Mark. As of the 5th of September, our annual campaign has brought in $550. And we also did get a memorial in memory of someone who used to attend the library quite a bit. So we're at $650 right now. As you know, this is kind of our slow time of year. But those numbers are in line with how we've been doing. The next two big things that come up for us, which are substantial donations, are the Kirby Foundation. And last year they gave us $3,000.
You said the Kirby Foundation, Ann?
Yes.
Thank you.
And then the Turkey Trot, which is obviously on Thanksgiving Day, and they gave us $4,200 last year. I did get contacted by them, Mark. I don't know if it's something we're going to talk about later or if you want to talk about it now.
I think, Jackie, did you have the plan to talk about that as well?
I do have a couple updates about execution, but
Okay, great.
nothing more
Then I
than that.
won't go into it and then the only other thing is I wondered if the library had been contacted by the PTO for the pumpkin festival. And customarily we've ordered and handed out glow in the dark necklaces prior to the parade. And do we still want to do that? Or how would you, I would have to get approval for the funding at the October meeting of the Friends. So
I think they were really well received at the parade, if I remember right.
yeah, we've done it for years and years.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna need to figure out somebody to hand them out.
We're working on staff coverage. I don't have a who exactly yet,
Okay, great.
but we are working on that. If you wanna go ahead and order, we'll
Well, I
make.
have to get approval from the committee.
Sure, sure.
Okay, in the front,
Um,
I should proceed.
please do. I don't have exactly who it is yet, but my intention is to try to have somebody.
Okay, great.
The way to get them, you started to have them at the beginning of the parade as the people are lining up, just be handing them out. All the kids are there anyway.
Yep, that's how we do it.
And usually I'm up at the wagons, loading, unloading, so I'm not down there to do that. But if we need help to do that, we can,
Great,
I can find somebody too. We can. work on
great.
that.
And I'm all set.
Great. Thank you
Yep.
very much. Moving on to the trustees report. Yeah, there's nothing specific. I have, I think, an update on our conversation, but I think it's gonna come up, during the director's report as well. Is that gonna come up as part of the select board's conversation in regards to the, director's screening committee update, or is that?
Yes, I have some
Okay.
execution updates in regards to dates and timing for that.
So I'll leave that as, nothing to report as of now. I've been involved with the same conversations that, Annie and Jackie have been with the, Turkey Trot as well, and, I think they're excited to host it again, and just want to make sure that we were on board with the change in leadership here, and I suggested that, whomever the new director would be, involved in the community at many levels and should plan to be. So, yeah, that we were all excited to run that again, so. That's all I have. I'll move on to the.
I just want
Sorry.
to suggest something. We have a member of the screening committee in the room, so maybe you want to let Stephanie know her name and
Great.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Is Stephanie going?
No, she's there. I just needed my computer for something, so I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
But she is no longer on video. She just popped on video for the minutes.
Can I just talk about something?
So welcome, Rachel.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
welcome,
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Somebody just stopped me going by that is in the landscaping type business in the past, and they said the hydrangeas really need to be taken care of because they need to be trimmed back, because when the snow comes off the roof.
I'll take care of that, Jay.
Okay.
The friends pay for it.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Awesome. I mean,
Thank you for letting me know. I'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
Finished blooming? I
Yeah.
don't remember if I saw it.
Yeah,
when I came in. They finished?
They're gone by.
Okay.
It looked like they went by. I'm not a gardener of any sort.
It's beautiful. The tree is, the trees on, it's so beautiful.
yeah, thank you.
They were finished, but they didn't have. Yeah, I think they're on the edge of finish. I think within the next week or so. I would think, yeah, I thought they had a little bit into September. Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them.
Thank you, Amy.
Gotcha.
Great. Thank you. Good point. We should take a pride in the outside as well as the inside.
Question.
I'm sorry?
I agree,
Yeah.
100%.
It's great. And, I'm also a fan of letting the cobblers cobble, so I think we should have somebody that does florist, floral activity.
Cobblers cobble.
Let the cobblers cobble.
Generation for you.
There you go.
It's not that old. It's just being funny.
No, I have my great uncle's cobbler's pool.
Oh, really do?
I do.
Okay. Oh, so you're just using that.
No, I
You actually have knowledge in it or a connection.
No, zero skill.
Connection.
I'll give you that.
connection.
Thank you. So now we'll move on to the acting director's report, if you're okay with that, Jackie?
Yes, I have quite a lot of report for you tonight. So starting with the fiscal 26 budget updates, we continue to expend our budget, processing quite a number of invoices, which I'm gonna pass over for signature. I do want to reiterate my thanks to the board for switching to the every 2 weeks time frame. It is really administratively great because we can move things along faster. We get renewals turned around more quickly. So I do really appreciate that administrative change of going to every 2 weeks.
My end on the Mass Library Trustees Association, they did confirm that that was paid, and I saw that you confirmed it, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
Glad Middleton is a member of that.
Yes, definitely a good membership to have in our resources. As far as annual reporting, the ARIS report was submitted in August on time. I got one question from MBLC the following week, and I put in like one item wrong because they asked for the degrees of all of the staff, and I put my own degree in wrong. Nailed it. They only want your highest degree, and I put my bachelor's and my master's in because you just get used to typing your own information. But otherwise, free and clear, all good. And I've been working, and I want to thank Paige Kolar, ILL Circ, librarian, for assisting me. She put in a lot of time and hours on the ARIS report. She did the trainings with me and spent a lot of time with me navigating the jargon and the data, and helping me with calculating all the formula, all the programming counts and things like that. So many thanks to her. And she's also working with me to learn the financial report, which is due in October. I would say I'm already about 25% done the financial report. So moving along on that. And we'll have that submitted on time as well. So that's annual reporting. And what I,
Huge lift that to do the ARIS report, and that's very impressive. That
Thank
you
you.
never did this skill before, and to be able to, Jack, what do you call it, Jack of all hats or something?
You want through it.
But I have to say hats off to you for that, because it's a huge lift for you to come in, not know that, and have that experience, and the time that you took on your own to learn that is impressive.
thank you.
Just want, you should be known.
And if you would please pass on the same thanks to Paige, because
Yeah, absolutely.
I was meeting with you about this and saw how hard she's working on it.
Yeah, she did a really good job, and I appreciate that she
Great.
looked at it as a learning experience. But I think it really got her excited about a new aspect of how the Flint operates. So that was great.
She likes to learn new things. She enjoyed having another skill.
Sure. She did. As far as building updates go, Justin, Saltzback Town Administrator, met 2 weeks ago with the architect that is implementing, part of the conditions assessment. We are rolling some quotes for the clock tower into that work as well, because if there's work that can be done, at the same time, he's dealing with all of the building facilities pieces. So that's off with the architect. We're going to be in a bit of a holding pattern while the architect does their work. And then ideally with the new library director and new facilities director starting, Justin will hand that project off to both of those individuals when they are hired, which is great. But he's handling all of that, and I will have a more substantive update at your next meeting. But he is also working on the clock tower vendors as well.
So it's tower, not clock.
He's working on all aspects of finding vendors for everything above the roof. I am on inside duty. He is on outside duty.
Tower that the clock is.
There's the tower piece, and then he's also looking for the clock piece. He's working on all of that. He very generously took that off my plate as I'm having some bandwidth issues, as you can imagine. Other than that, we're continuing to work with Wayne Alarm. We've had a couple of power outages the last couple of weeks. Wayne Alarm.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't-
Yeah, of course. So continuing to monitor that with the fire department. And then I will say, in far as building updates go with the fire department, have been in conversations actually as Jackie Bresnahan ATA about this, but now acting director Jackie Bresnahan is also working on this. So as many of you know, we're going to be moving to the new municipal campus in the winter, from town hall, the COA, police and fire. And fire has a generator that is currently serving their current fire station next door that they're no longer going to be needing because there's a new generator for the public safety building. And I'm going to be getting some quotes because they have generously made that generator available to this building. Right now, when the power goes out, we're out, which causes major disruption for the servers and some of the building systems that are reliant on electricity. So I am going to be moving forward to get a couple quotes for the minor electrical work to make that generator a permanent part of our campus here at the Flint. part of the fire department will forever be a part of Flint because of the shared septic, and we're gonna keep the septic controls in the building beneath the fire station, but that generator will serve that septic control, but it will also serve the technology head end that's here in this building. It won't be able to power the full building by any means, but it'll keep servers and some additional lights on when we do lose power, when it will ensure that there's no loss or interruption to the servers and some of the other building mechanical systems when power goes out.
During that rainstorm, thunderstorm, that just took everything down. I mean, it seemed like it was short, but I had to reset everything in my house.
Yeah, and there's a lot to reset in this building, to say the least. So very grateful to the fire department for working with us to smoothly transition that generator when they move.
How old generator?
It's a great question. It won't need replacement for number of years,
Okay.
long enough that we'll get it on the capital plan, so that when a replacement comes in, it's already on the multi-year capital
Okay.
plan.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
We need to be moved, just rewired.
It does need to somewhat be moved because it's on the other side of the fire department. So we're gonna, for security reasons, move it to this side of the fire department. So it has to be within the building code, a certain distance from the building, but we want it to be on the library side of the campus. So we may need to pour a concrete pad as part of the wider fire station engineering project for it. But we'll come to you with aesthetic and prices and things down the road. Just wanted to let you know it's on the horizon after the move.
Like a typical DC size, much bigger.
I think it's
It's enough to do emergency services for this building, but not,
Is it a big, when you say you have to move it, is it a big deal? So move it is large.
no, it just needs a concrete pad.
So it's not any larger than, say, an AC unit? Or it's like, you know, the
I
outside
think it's
one?
bigger than that.
I think it's bigger than an AC unit, but I don't think it's significantly bigger than an AC unit.
Forklift could move it more than a crane.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, so
It's
that.
not-
That's helpful, yeah.
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 Wise to me.
Yeah, it won't be, we'll do it in-house. It won't be significant. It's really just the minor electrical work and a concrete pad.
So the DPW for the-
Just to bring in a private electrical contractor, it's like, because it's our work versus like Meld's utility work.
Gotcha.
But all of which to say, very early days, but just a nice item from the fire department that I think will help. And we are seeing quite a few power outages. IT was in the building today to check on the servers because it's really bad for them to be in and out. So a solution that was already kind of cooking, but I think more timely now. That's where we are as far as building updates. As far as library programs and services for updates, we are on our September schedule. Things are seeming to go well. We're having some good attendance. The brochure has been out for quite a while. We're seeing some good registration on a number of September programs, and really happy to say that the programming team got the October brochure out last week. So if you'd like a copy while you're here, we can get you one. But the October brochure is out and about. And huge thanks to Jackie Roosin from Children's Programming Librarian. She does a great job on the brochure. So got that out, worked with some of the circ assistants to get them printed and bound and everything. So really prompt on that. As far as other programs and services, very excited. I'm doing hiring help for teens this month, and I'm going to do that in October as well. And we have full registration on the Citizens Academy, which is a new program, bridging our adult programming until our new person is in and can get going on programming themselves. But we are fully booked on the Citizens Academy, which is great. Children's has been particularly busy, though we'll see a little bit of downturn with the school year starting. But August, we did really well. And we'll get you more of those statistics. I know Paige was already putting them in the new calculation sheet we were using for the ARIS report. And I also have a wonderful summer reading update, and I want to thank Stacy Zubiel, our collection development and outreach librarian in the children's room. So some great statistics for you, just to share some highlights. So last year we had 182 children participate. This year we had 208 children participate in summer reading. Last year, 96 children qualified for the Topsfield Fair Prize because they did enough reading. This year, 123 folks from grades K through 6 completed enough 20 hours of reading to qualify for the Topsfield Fair Prize. And last year, we had 2,545 hours of reading logged. And this year, we had over 3,000 hours of reading logged for the K through 6 program. And then we had 11 small but mighty preschoolers that did 20 plus hours of reading as well. So thank you so much to Stacy. It's a lot to coordinate. There's a lot of busyness in the summer, but just a really impressive amount participating this year and getting to go to the Topsfield Fair in a few weeks based on all of that great reading. So yeah, really impressive work by the staff.
As that I attended or helped host the meeting, Julia Child,
Oh, how was she?
really amazing. Yeah, it was really well acted and it was a lot of fun. It was good, really well done.
That's great to hear.
Really glad I got a chance to be a part of the programming. Just really hadn't, besides bringing my kids here many, many years ago, haven't done many of the programs, so it's really great to be a part of it.
And I think I attended the faux stained glass. And it was a jam-packed class and everybody did beautifully. So it was pretty impressive.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of, for whatever reason, it's kind of been fun for the trustees to have an opportunity to do a little hands-on.
Really been, we get someone to fill in for the trails and sales.
We do have enough staff coverage that day, so we will be okay. And I will be sending a reminder to folks because we have volunteers for the later half of September signed up. So I'll send reminders to all of those folks that signed up for late September program volunteering. Yeah, of course. Approval of use of state aid for education for fiscal 26. So as you all know, our children's programming librarian, Jackie Rusin, is continuing to pursue her MLIS. She is going to be wrapping that up in December of this year, which we're very proud, very excited for her. And I am just looking for the use of state aid to pay her next tuition reimbursement per your policy and the soon to be approved union CBA. And that was in the amount of $3,787.
So moved.
Usually in the past, we get like this form or something from her. Do we have that?
As you may recall from our May or June meeting, we're working on revising the process now that we're closing in on the collective bargaining agreement. So one of the pieces of that is that the policy, we're updating how the practice is. So it's that the trustees are funding it through state aid if they so wish to do so, but that the tuition incentive is done at the director's approval. And then that way, if there was a time that we didn't have state aid sufficient to fund that program, we could work to do so in the operating budget. So I have not come up with the new form of what it will look like for you, but there will be a new form that comes out based on that of like a, hello, here you go.
Right.
This is where they are, this is where they've been, and this is the dollar
So that
figure.
maybe the next. Someone's looking for.
Yeah, we'll have
Jack's form will come to us at the next meeting.
well, yes, but the form will be different based on the new collective bargaining agreement. Okay.
Cost of move to you, we need a second.
Second that motion.
Oh, we're doing that without the paperwork.
Right, that's why I was saying that.
Oh, I didn't get that. I thought
Yes,
were doing
we don't
it.
have our paperwork, no. So I seconded that motion.
So cost of move, Maria second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Now, can I ask? Is there anything in the collective bargaining agreement that people, is that just part of the benefits?
It's part of the benefit and there are some restrictions to it. And that's why, so it is shifting from what you've previously known. However, I'm in the awkward week where the union ratified on Friday and the select board ratifies next Tuesday. So I am navigating the gray while also trying to move the money for our employee.
Yeah.
So that's why. So if I may, my next is the staffing update and I have more update on that,
Okay.
if that's okay. So,
Say thank you to Jackie.
yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
Pursue that, really appreciate, any continuing education is really critical and.
Absolutely.
Valuable.
I mean, I think she's so excellent, and I've worked with her now, and I think with this program opportunity, I got to work with her, and I really think that this degree is gonna be very helpful to her and to us.
She's a rock star.
Win-win, so thank you.
So staffing updates, have a ton for you tonight. Very excited. So as I previously stated, last Friday, the library union ratified the CBA with their membership. The agreement is still in process. So next week I will have an executive session with the select board to go over some of the financials and legal particulars. But that is still not available for me to talk about publicly. But what I will do is at your next meeting, we will have an agenda item to go through the CBA and things that you may notice or change that are affected by that CBA. I just cannot do it tonight because we're not fully ratified. But I do want to stop and thank the union, all of their reps who, it was their first time bargaining, learning the agreement. I think I had a uniquely beneficial time this year because I've been in the library so much more. So it's not something I often get to do, is be a part of the department that I'm bargaining with. So it was a uniquely great experience for me to be in the weeds more with folks while bargaining, which I'm really glad for. And I think we had some really productive conversations. And I look forward to getting into the weeds with you in pretty good detail at our next meeting. With that said, just as far as timeline goes, so when the select board ratifies it, the language changes go into effect. And so I've already started prepping some scheduling elements that the collective bargaining agreement dictates, things like that, that basically turn on the night the select board approves it. However, the financial stuff, all the monetary components will not be finalized until May town meeting, because we will not be having a special fall town meeting. So basically, everything that is financial gets held basically on a back burner until May, and then the first payroll after the May town meeting, we do any retro payments and all the new rates go into effect because we need town meeting to fund the agreement. It's the final step in the approval process. And the union knows that we are not having that special town, we're not having a special town meeting this fall, and that will all come in May. So multi-step process here that we're doing. That's the CBA update. Again, I do want to thank all the employees, that participated and that helped through that process. Additionally, other staffing updates in the good news category. Next Monday, a week from today, our new assistant director Robin Luna starts. So excited to be welcoming her. And I want to invite the trustees, please stop by if you can that day, anytime between 11 and noon. We'll have like very light refreshments, but if that'll be the opportunity. I'm going to try to time you so that you're not all here at the same time, so we don't have any open meeting law issues. But if you can.
Meeting, as long as we don't discuss policy or something.
Exactly. So that's where I give the warning of like, please don't, if there are 3 of you that come at the same time, please don't deliberate.
Deliberate policy.
Maria,
Yeah.
no, I know, but you never know.
15.
9:15, a 1 week from today, and if you're available between 11 and noon to come by. She starts at 9. I want to let her get into the building and sit at her desk and start her email. What time? Could you do,
12.
could you do 10:30 to 11:30?
I have to be, I can do 10:30 for 15 minutes.
It's okay.
You can also pop in later that day. She'll be here 9 to 5. I just need some time in the morning to finish her onboarding.
But unfortunately, 11 to 12. I
You will,
hate to say it.
you will miss the pastry, Allison. That's really what you're gonna miss. She will be here as long as, yeah, if you can get here before like 4.
Before, okay,
Yeah, anytime.
I can get here like at 1.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Even 12 and 12.
Yeah, she'll be here all day.
Stagger people.
As long as you're gonna promise me you're not gonna deliberate, then I'm okay not staggering people.
And so you're looking somewhere between 11 and 12.
I'm gonna basically have the pastries out from 11 to 12, and if you want to swing in, great.
Getting there with the space.
Yeah.
It'll be at 11.
Depends where you're getting the pastry from.
Costa, I'm a woman of little mystery. That's gonna be my one surprise, is where I require pastries.
Hold one for me, please.
Okay.
Easy.
And then in other exciting staffing news, I'm very pleased to announce that our new adult services librarian will be starting on September 22nd, 2 weeks from today. His name is Louis Tamayo, and he is joining us. He's currently a reference librarian at Revere University, but he is looking to break into public libraries here in Middleton. Revere in Nashua.
Oh, National New Hampshire.
Yes. I might be saying it wrong. Rivier. Riviere. Revere. Maybe my Massachusetts accent is not great. No, I apologize. My accent is probably too thick for that word. But I'm very excited.
Can you spell his last name?
Tamayo. Tamayo. So Lewis has his master's in library science from Simmons and has been working as a reference librarian for the last few years. He was a library intern in his youth, which got him excited about libraries. But this is a career change for Lewis. He spent a lot of time as a data analyst doing fraud investigations before he switched into a career of libraries. So very technically savvy. Really excited about working with our homebound program, as that's one of the duties of adult services is programming, the homebound outreach program, and the movie and music collections, and he is a self-declared movie buff. Very excited to be working with those two media collections, and very excited to be doing outreach and working with residents who we engage with every 3 weeks in our outreach program. So overall, I'm very excited to be welcoming Lewis to our full-time team, both to the adult services, adult circulation team, but also to the programming team throughout the building. And after the 22nd, stop by and meet Lewis. Okay, so CBA, Assistant Director, new library, Adult Services Librarian. Last but not least, Library Director, Screening Committee. So Screening Committee is going to be meeting next Monday, 9:15 as well. Very exciting day of library items for me.
You said meeting at 9:15.
On 9:15, September 15th. No, please. No, I will always avoid a morning meeting. 6. Yeah, location TBD. And that committee will meet, and then we'll go into executive session to review candidates. We are up to a dozen. So I'm very excited to get into the review of those resumes with the screening committee. And I'll be sending out the job description and the notice of vacancy to the screening committee members, so they have that to review in advance. And then working to book preliminary interviews. So they will do that and work in executive session. And then they will also have some interviews. I'm hoping either the week after that or the week after that. So my goal is by October 1, preliminary screening will be complete. And then I did book the meeting of the trustees to meet jointly with the select board to discuss process. Respectfully, as much as possible. I think that's a conversation between you both as elected bodies. So I've booked it. We're gonna do 7 o'clock on 9/16 for that joint meeting. Can you not do that late? It's night of the regular select.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay, Susan? You,
I have to,
You sent it over.
no, oh, yeah.
it's the one you're already coming
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
coming to it,
You
yeah.
had me nervous there.
That's why you're booked.
I was holding my breath there for a minute. I was like, oh no. Did I fully misunderstand?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock
Fuller Meadow.
at Fuller Meadow. And that way, because
They
it,
told us either or we mentioned.
Okay.
yeah, the 7 is new information tonight. So 7 PM on September 16th at Fuller Meadow. Would it be helpful for me to send a calendar invite?
Yeah, I don't know where I'll be.
I know, Costa, you're gonna be really difficult to pin down that night.
Bring snacks, you could, there for a while. Yeah.
So with that being said, we have plenty of preliminary screening work to do in September. So I would offer that, outside of the preliminary screening, I would respectfully request we can you can meet jointly with the select board next Tuesday to talk process further. But for tonight, I mean, I will be in preliminary screening till October 1. So we've got a runway of time to resolve the other questions. And that, the only other thing that I have an update for that is not cleanly ensconced in any of these bullets is that, as of September 1, at this time, we are no longer accepting donations. We need a little break to get caught up. So this flyer is gonna start circulating books
Oh,
for the used books for the, we are,
so it's a pause.
it's a pause. We do often take pauses at different times of the year. Just wanted to let you know about it in case you got a question. So we're on a donation pause right now. Thank you to all people that make the many generous donations. We really do appreciate it. We did have some donations that we received in August, full disclosure, that were not of the best quality. We've been getting a lot of not good quality, including some friends that we have gotten out of the library quickly, in the form of like book moths, that came in one box. So we just need a minute. We've cleaned, we've sanitized, we've done all the appropriate protocols of quarantine. But we just need a pause on donations, at this time. Respectfully,
The donation before a certain year, because I know in textbooks and things, we certainly can't put an old textbook, even a 3 or 4-year-old textbook with no.
so we have other pathways when we get things that can't be sold or used, where they go to either Better World Books or Annie, you're gonna remember the name of the other one, Better World Books, and do you not remember the other one?
I think the other one, we stopped working with them.
Oh, okay. So it's Better World Books, and then I know occasionally things have gone to the swap shop. Like we have some puzzles that we've rotated out that are gonna go to the swap shop. Nothing gets tossed, it gets moved on to a new home. But just a respectful request for a pause from the staff, and I'm happy to.
But it also might be good to let people who are donating know that we would not be able to accept old textbooks and old nonfiction books, because even Maps of the World, I mean, they might be useful for historical reference.
Yeah.
But not really for writing a report, and that information is available, but we can't house all those books.
And I think it's really more just the ones that are getting dropped and they're gone and we don't get a chance to review them before we accept them. So please, we do thank people to donate some really generous things. We really appreciate it, but we are at capacity right now. We just need a
Do
minute.
we have a sense of how long we want to pause?
No, at this time, I'm waiting for my new assistant director to get here. So we have a minute, and can look at it, and, we'll work with our circulation ILL librarian page. And then we also have like so many media donations. So right now, as we fill in gaps, we'll be okay, and I think we'll revisit it later in the fall.
Just a suggestion, you may want to put up on our website that we are pausing book donations, and maybe even just suggest that a World Books or other places that will take donations. Even the jail may take.
Yeah, the jail, the swap shop.
I think the jail has to be they have to screen what they get.
Yeah, I've worked with prisons on this, and you're absolutely right, Susan. But
Yeah.
it's still worth.
Yeah, we'll redirect,
Yeah,
and do that.
I mean, I think that'll head off a lot of calls with questions. If
Yeah.
you put it right up there in front.
Yeah, it's a very good point. But that is the extent of my report tonight, unless there are any questions.
Question?
No.
Hearing none, we'll move on to our next agenda item, policy review and potential approvals. Starting with policy number 32.
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Please.
so I revisited the recording of this discussion from our last meeting. So just to be abundantly clear, we are at number 32, the program policy of the Flint Public Library. Apologies again for the incorrect numeration last meeting. I did want to bring up one thing. We talked about the caretakers are required to attend with their child 7 years or old or younger despite the age range listed. I'm hoping to just clarify, there was some confusion on that at the last meeting, and I hope that that maybe is a clearer item. The other piece is we were looking at removing the age ranges listed for programs as firm. And I do want to just revisit that language briefly at the request of our staff. And honestly, at my request, having now completed the ARIS report, it is really challenging when programs are not listed with the age and that age isn't firm, because it makes it really hard to go back and do the reporting in the state system. It's very numerical and there's not a lot of ability to qualify our answers when we're doing the program statistics. And so one of the things that of why the 7 or old makes a difference is that in Middleton, the way we classify it is anything 12 and under is handled by children's programming, and then 13 and up is teen programming, and then 18 and up is adult programming. Within the ARIS report, those 3 delineations exist, but there's also a second delineation within that 12 and under that is the 0 to 6 being one delineation and 7 to 12 being another. And so this was a request from me and the staff that particularly when there's a program that has limited materials, say we have set up for 20 and there's, 25 that have registered. One of the ways that they are able to bring the number to the appropriate cap for the materials is the age, because then people may not register their child for the wrong age. But it's also really hard on the reporting end if we're mixing those two groups, because then I have to choose, where we every program I have to go back and forth of oh, okay, this one was a split. So we're going to count this one to the 0 to 6, but we're going to count this one to 7 to 12. So that request came from the staff with my support. And I know we talked about it at the last meeting, but I just wanted to go over it because it was definitely a concern of that lack of specificity.
Thank you for that explanation. It's odd, just as a side comment, that the state puts the age at 7,
Yeah.
but the ARIS report puts it at 6.
Yeah, so it's 0 to, and the new,
Why wouldn't they make it 0 to 7 to be
it's,
compliance with what the state is asking for?
and that's where finding logic in how the state decides to conduct its business is something I've long given up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to meet that mass general law, and I'm trying to make it better for whoever's coming in the door behind me for reporting purposes. And then making sure that the staff feel supported when they are dealing with patrons who are frustrated by a program's scale. Because there are many, many programs we have that registration is not required. We will take as many children who show up, but then there are things like we have the stained glass luminaries program coming up. That's a very limited program because only so many people can come. We only have arts and craft supplies for so many people. So I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention because the more I reviewed this, I was re-listening to the recording from last time, and I felt like I wanted to come in with better clarity than I did last time.
So you're looking to add the age ranges listed for the programs as firm to this, which then creates us the need to approve this, but also then revisit again next month. So we need 2 months, 2 meetings before we can make the change. And now this will be a new change.
This would be a new change. How you calibrate if new changes require a second meeting, I couldn't speak to. If you want to be really abundantly cautious.
I think it's just in our process.
So we vote on this and then next month.
we
we'll
ratify.
But open to feedback, just wanted to go through all those pieces.
Does anybody have any discussion? Any reason we can't add that?
I just had some I don't have a problem at all. Obviously, it's important. I heartily appreciate your really working on this with us. I'm just not sure I understand exactly. I know your background and no fault of your own. You have a master's in something very important, just not library science.
It's not that important. Thank you.
No, and that we are getting a new assistant director and we are getting a new director. And we're getting a new adult services librarian. So this is beyond exciting to me. And they will be in charge of reviewing these policies also to serve how they perceive our library proceeding, right? So
I think once they've been approved, that we don't have to, it's been approved. And then if they want to change it, they can change it next year.
yeah, that's what I was, well, it doesn't even have to be a whole year. They can come to us and say, there are some concerns I have and questions. Obviously, a director and an assistant director can come to the board and ask for some changes.
Things change and India, things that change.
So I don't, what I'm saying is that when I was looking at the sentence, I think now I've got all of this is different versions of
Yeah.
the policy. So I'm a little confused about it and I just,
You don't have a color printer or you have it in color this time?
no, I don't have any
Okay.
color this time. I have the black and white and the colors that tends to get not printed, so I have to go in and adjust it. Mark, you hit on one of my biggest problems. So let me clarify, what you, this phrase you want to add is,
Here,
last bullet, caretakers are required to attend with their child 7 years.
If you want to see it a little easier.
in red at the bottom.
That's easier.
The last bullet.
I did print this stuff off.
First come, first.
This is my
served
agenda.
Yeah, that didn't want.
Okay, Mark, thank you.
Oh, it's the least I
Thank
could
you.
do, Allison.
This is just not working on my printer. Okay, so you want to add the age ranges listed for programs as firm. And then caretakers are required to attend with their child 7 years old or younger, despite the age range listed. So to me, that's confusing. And I wish that we could not put an extra bullet and maybe consider, for example, in the bullet above it, where we say, because we're pretty firm, it's almost like we're repeating ourselves. If we say, instead of only registered patrons may attend, what if we just put right in there? Oh, gee, Mark, I just wrote on yours. Is that-
You can have it, that's yours.
Oh, okay, thank you. Only age appropriate or only age ranges listed.
Registered patrons of the appropriate age may attend.
Put it right in, exactly, Mark. Put it in that sentence right in there, so we don't need to have another bullet.
And then caretakers are required to attend with their child 7 years old or younger, and we could just do a period and get rid of the participle phrase despite the age range listed.
Just even though caretakers were required, I thought our problem was that caretakers were coming in with
Younger children.
well, up to age,
children.
our policy says they're allowed to come in with children up to age 7, so that's already been covered. Right? That's already handled, but I thought the point was that, so I'm very confused. If we have a program for 20 kids,
Mhm.
and we have materials for 20 kids.
Yep.
And we get 20 kids from 5 to 7, let's just say they're 5 to 7 being registered.
Mhm.
And so now mom comes in and says, well, my 5-year-old's in that program, or my 7-year-old's in that program, so I want to go in with them. But I'm bringing my 2-year-old with me. I thought that was our problem.
The 2-year-old can come in with mom and not participate in the program. But I think,
But I thought that's what the children's room, when I got this email from Jackie R., that's one of the things she said, that they're having arguments with parents because they want to bring maybe even their baby and their 2-year-old in with their 5-year-old.
when I think that's why the phrase the age ranges listed for programs is firm. So, hang on,
Spells that out.
let me see.
more clearly.
Jackie, are you on right now?
Yeah, look,
It is confusing.
I don't know if she is.
Apologies. Yes, I am.
with materials for a certain amount of kids. and
Can
the
you hear me?
kids, and the caretakers want to come in, and the room is
JB?
and fire code and all that for now, instead of 20 kids now with all their caretakers, 40 people. But then what if they bring in two and 3-year-olds? Now all of a sudden we've got 50 to 60 people in a room that might not be legally allowed to accommodate that.
So the changes I provided tonight were directly what Jackie and I worked on, and if you don't mind, may I ask her? She is online.
Oh, she is.
Can I, if it's okay with the trustees, may I have her weigh in so that I am no longer the middle Jackie of the situation?
Please.
I'm the other Jackie in this building, to be clear. She has asserted the dominance of being the main Jackie of this building. I'm just JB.
To
Wow,
avoid confusion.
gotcha. Thank
So
you.
yes, please.
Jackie, you were
recognize-
unmuted and now you're muted.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Cannot hear you.
You're supposed to come up in this room.
I can make it come up. Oh, her microphone is not working. If you type what you want, I can read it. Okay, actually, I'm putting you up on the big screen, so what you type will be seen in the room. All right, we're gonna get a weigh-in from Jackie. This is like the phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And I'm phoning a friend.
Judging spelling.
You're calling a friend.
We are not judging your spelling. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Taxi cab, game show thing.
Oh.
Cash Cab.
Cash cab.
I think this, you can phone a friend in either of those game shows. I'm just a big fan of Who Wants to Be a
I'm thinking
Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah. Same game show.
Same basic idea, yeah. A
Yeah.
little more treacherous, life threatening, but
Yeah.
yes.
Is she typing?
She is.
Looks like the thing's full.
Thank you, Jackie. This was very nice of you to type.
Poor Jackie, she's got to type it on the fly.
I know, it's hard.
Well, and I will offer that what I provided to you tonight was directly from what her and I worked on. She'd put it together based on her firsthand experience of the challenges with the policy.
Which we need to be supportive of, in my opinion.
I think it's more, not.
Yeah,
but it's-
Jackie, I have your email
Yeah.
here,
I
FYI.
think that.
Okay.
this is-
This is,
So she said, one of the things Jackie wrote, while she's typing, I'll just say, one of the things she wrote that I really appreciated was that they had been trying to be flexible about this. And then they were directed, and I'm assuming directed by the library director, to no longer be flexible and to only allow the stated ages. With this change, we've gotten a lot of frustration from patrons, but it has mostly dwindled. So clearly any frustration with this has already kind of been resolved. But to assist with this, so they're saying they're getting, Jackie was saying they're getting a lot of pushback from patrons who are saying, I need to go in with my 5-year-old, but I have 2 other children that I need to bring in with me. And they were told not to be flexible about that.
But they can come in the room, but they
Okay.
can't participate in the program.
Because of
Well,
the
it
materials.
might not be that, Susan. It might be, but it might not be that because Jackie was saying that they were directed to no longer be flexible about letting younger children in the room.
She wrote something.
The other problem could be that the materials being presented might not be appropriate for younger children.
so just to read what Jackie Roosin wrote into the record. Steph, if you can please include Jackie's notes in the minutes, please and thank you.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Sure, we are staying within the age ranges. So if a program is for 6 to 7-year-olds or 8 to 9-year-olds, they want to make sure that no younger and no older kids come in.
So they do allow the kids outside of the age range to come in if needed. They just cannot participate in the program. They're provided coloring books and
Okay, so why do we need to even just say the age range is listed for the program is firm? If the program is listed, if it says only 6 to 7-year-olds or only 8 to 9-year-olds may register, then that's it. Parents can bring other children in, but only and if we say only registered patrons, and then what Mark suggested of the listed age ranges may attend registration only, and this only applies to the registration only programs, not to programs in general.
Saying parents and caregivers are wanting them to participate.
So I think the reason that the language of the age listed is firm is because when those parents and caregivers are coming in, they want the child who's not the correct age to participate in the program versus being given some books and some coloring materials to stay busy during that time. So that's the part where having something as clear as the age range listed as firm is a much clearer statement to provide to folks in the policy when trying to have a conversation with someone who is already feeling frustrated. It's a much firmer, clear, and I fully welcome the fact that the criticism that it is not as welcoming or as inclusive as I would like it to be. How
Mark's suggestion takes care of saying only registered patrons at the listed age ranges may, instead of the word attend, maybe we say may participate in registration only programs. Instead of attend,
Actively involved in.
change that to the word participate.
Does,
It's an action. Active.
like to, ask the real Jackie, if she, no offense to JV, if she feels that would give her enough strength, that strengthens the policy enough to make her feel strong enough to be able to do what she's trying to do here. And then I think we can, accept it, move on, right?
You want me to read that?
This is the
out
wrong
loud,
one.
Jackie?
No, I'm gonna screen share my screen. I'm just having a technical difficulties with the,
Because I think it says exactly what it's, you're right, Mark, it says exactly what it says in the bullet. My confusion continues though, however, caretakers are required to attend. That part I didn't understand.
Jackie, can you see that now? Oh, I do feel that would provide enough strength. Thank you very much for the collaboration and support. Yes. So she is okay with the track changes.
Oh, you're good. Oh, I don't have those skills.
Well, it's funny. We are, as I learn more about the library team, we are going to be doing some exciting training on Excel and some other exciting aspects of Microsoft Office that I use really regularly. Yeah, well, I think our new adult services person is going to be offering some classes to the public as well. That is one of his strengths. So I'm not going to promise he will do that because I want him to program himself, but
Can you help me with my printing?
Ev, we can all help you with your printer, Mark.
Okay, so we still need Jackie, tell her not to go away.
So
Their parents and caregivers required to attend with 7 and under is because we've experienced parents and caregivers expecting to drop their 7 and under child off in programs.
So we don't want them to drop their 7 and under.
Correct.
So can we put that in the program description saying, program for 6 and 7-year-olds, caretakers will be required to attend? Can we just put it right in there? So it doesn't have to be in the policy, it can be right there in what this program.
You're saying like put it in the advertising?
In our brochure about this program is going to be for registration. And again, it's not
Can
all
I-
programs, it's just the registration.
Push back on that if we put that in the advertisement and it's not in the policy, then
Yeah.
we don't have good support of the policy when dealing with a difficult patron.
But we can put that in the policy and then,
and then provide.
once it's in the policy, post it
In the ad.
in the ads, like, or just as part of
The description of the program.
the script, maybe just make it like a bullet at the top of, your flyer.
I'm putting her comment in right here.
Okay, so it sounds like we're all saying the same thing, in different ways at this point, right?
Yep.
So,
So caretakers are required to attend.
With their child.
7 years old or younger.
Yes.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
yeah,
Because then 8 and older can be dropped off for tween time,
Right.
what have you.
And a parent who's a caretaker
may attend, but not
But only
participate.
with the age appropriate, as we've just said. in
Yep,
there. Okay.
so you can attend, but your other child cannot participate. And I, Yeah. the other thing too, let me also do this.
But saying
Um,
participate, I think helps.
So this is how it would read once everything's changed.
Okay, and what if a mother of a 7-year-old doesn't want to go in with their 7-year-old? We're saying,
We're saying that you need to come in with your 7-year-old.
they have to with their 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Unless he or she's with a
Oh, well, then you
caretaker,
would- yeah,
right, someone else's parent.
So not a parent, but a caretaker,
Yeah.
that's appropriate.
yeah, we do have caretaker rather than parent.
Yeah. So, I think this, can I get a motion to, approve as amended?
I'll make the motion.
And then a second.
Sure, I'll second.
So we have Susan, moved and Allison is seconded. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
And then we do it again next one.
And then we have to re-vote this now.
Once we get a clean,
Yeah, I'll send out the clean copy tomorrow morning.
Which next month will be our second,
And then we're gonna make
and then it becomes.
yeah, I think that works nicely.
Yeah, I think it's a good outcome.
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
And I know the staff is appreciative.
Great.
So this is our second reading of policy 4 roles and responsibilities. So I do have it up on the screen as well, just because that might be easier. So Article 2, Section 4 vacancies, this has been no change from your August meeting. This is just updating this based on the current.
Actually made it easier for everyone and brought copies of some edits that it just simplified it. You changed it? Yeah, I made a small change. It's nothing much. It still says the same thing. But I figured having it in front of us, rather than having to do this kind of stuff.
What's different?
What's,
Yeah, where's your?
So the only thing different is the sentence that Jackie added to this version. The town office will provide opportunities to step forward. Then, when feasible, candidates will be considered at a joint meeting of both. I think that's very vague, and the whole who decides when it's feasible and all sorts of things like that. So I've just basically said the trustees shall recommend to the select board the names of qualified replacements for appointment. Such appointments shall be valid until the next, so yeah, so it's basically the same thing. It just removes that sentence that changes the word for appointment. Yeah.
Well, state law is that the vacancies in elected boards are filled by a joint meeting of,
Right.
there's no anybody recommending anything to anybody.
Well, no, all I'm saying, Costa, is of course it's by joint meeting. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm just saying that the select board doesn't have to go through 12 resumes and all that. The trustees can do the hard work where we're,
I don't think,
as you were saying at the meeting last month, Susan, as you were saying, and I 100% agreed with you, that the trustees we respect what the select board does. It's obviously great work.
but this is when there's when somebody on the trustee board
Yeah.
vacates their position,
Yeah.
then that goes out to the town and people who are interested get like they did the last time.
Right,
And
exactly.
we've had nothing to do with that.
No, but that's what it says right up there. I agree with that.
We voted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
will be advertised by the town
We
administrator.
had a meeting and we didn't do anything separate from, we just got the information and then we went to a joint meeting. We didn't meet and discuss as the
Right, and
trustees.
none of that would be changed.
But then,
None of that would be changed.
So I think if I may, I think having it be the word recommendation is where I think there's confusion. Because it is a joint appointment and both elected bodies are entitled to review all the applicants. So I think,
The trustees shall work in conjunction with, or shall, consider,
You know,
when,
consider with the select board.
so when feasible, candidates will be considered at a joint meeting. So feasible is just, I will say that 99 times out of 100, we're able to make a joint meeting work. Every once in a while, we don't. Like, so for example, we have the planning board and the zoning board alternates. We have vacancies of elected bodies. We do joint meetings rather often to do those types of performative appointment powers. When feasible, we try to bring both boards together to do it so that for the benefit of the candidates, they only have to be interviewed once. The only time in my tenure that we haven't been able to make it work where both appointing elected bodies have come together for one meeting was recently where we reappointed a planning board alternate who had already been serving. The planning board reappointed her one night, the select board reappointed her a different night. It was a reappointment. She had already been interviewed. So that's what the when feasible is, just because every once in a while, when it's a reappointment for something like that, that's like a 1-year term, it's nice to have that, like, we can't get everybody together. Would deleting when feasible and just saying candidates will be considered at a joint meeting of both bodies as the vacancy is a joint appointment resolve the vagueness that you were concerned about? Because the when feasible is just Jackie that's trying to schedule everybody because there's so many people.
I think it's better just to move it like you just said, Jackie. It leaves it open, so to speak, but when you put when feasible, I think it adds more confusion. It opens the door of like, what do you mean when feasible?
Yeah, that was more of like a giving me a scheduling window, but candidate, I mean, I've never seen those two bodies not come together for a joint appointment when it is to fill a vacancy.
Like that. It's cleaner.
They will be
Just saying.
considered at a joint meeting of both bodies
Right.
as,
Well, yeah, I mean, we could take, yeah, and just say the trustees.
It's clean.
These will be considered a joint.
You can just say the trustees and the select board will consider qualified replacements for joint appointment.
It says it right there. Candidates
Will
will
be
be considered at a
considered
joint meeting with both bodies as vacancy as a joint appointment. That says the same thing.
Yeah, but, yes, and I agree with that, but I'm finding it's just.
is it because I am using passive verbs? Like a joint meeting,
It just seems very wordy.
a joint meeting will be held for the candidates to be reviewed.
And appointed.
I mean, maybe it's faring too far into legalese, but I think the candidates, to me, if I'm a candidate that's thinking about putting in for the appointment and I'm reading this process, I go, oh, okay, candidates will be considered at a joint meeting of both bodies as the vacancy is a joint appointment. Okay, that like to me makes,
It's a joint appointment. That's another phrase that seems to me very passive. It's like, that is more description of what's going on rather than how a policy is what will happen, not a
What would
description.
you suggest? Maybe that would help us better.
Well, that's what
understand
I
you're trying to
put it
accomplish.
here. That's why I passed this out. Because it says the same thing.
Well, no, you're changing the last sentence. Such appointment shall be valid. No, not that.
No,
sentence.
the trustees shall recommend to the select board the name of qualified, if you want to take out shall recommend, shall meet,
No, the trustees
shall have a
don't,
joint meeting.
It says that.
it says the trustees shall recommend to the select board. No, we're not recommending to the select board.
Because you're saying people put their name in.
And then we get the name and the application,
The joint committee.
and then the joint committee
Right, so-
makes a decision.
Right, so I understand what you're saying.
how do you like,
So the
I like this one
trustees
up here.
will have a joint meeting with select board,
No.
but this sentence, the feasibility, I just want to get rid of the word feasible.
We already.
yes, Allison, look at what that,
You gotta look up.
No, I
We already
already
did.
what
So-
you just typed.
instead of candidates will be considered at a joint meeting?
Individual, that's the sentence you'll use to the.
Yeah, and I'm gonna delete,
Remove the.
Yep.
The track changes part, so she.
Yeah,
can
so
see
it's
what-
very confusing.
Having the track changes there in that paragraph, yeah, there you go, now. Might be easier
So
on your
can
eye.
you just read that to?
Okay, so in the event of a vacancy or of vacancies on the Board of Trustees prior to the end of the individual's terms of office, the vacancy will be advertised by the Town Administrator's Office, who will provide applications of interest to the Select Board and Trustees. The Select Board and Trustees will meet jointly to review candidates and appoint an individual until the next town election.
Yes, I like.
And then I can even delete from the remaining portion of a term of office shall be filled through the next. annual-
The tracking.
Yes,
You off. It does.
Okay.
Your eyes.
Shall we go through? I'm not trying to
Through, filled until,
fill at.
Until.
Somebody, resigns with
Oh, no. I
2
understand.
years
Yeah.
left.
Yeah,
The appointment is till the next town
Next
election,
Right,
when
right.
that person would be up for the
I
remaining
understood.
1 year.
through the process of the next annual.
I've been appointed, I understand all that. I'm just wondering if that's proper English there. The remaining portion of the term of office shall be filled through the next.
And that's for the next.
Yeah, or.
but if you just said the
It right here, at the
appointed,
next annual.
the appointed trustee will serve through the next annual election.
That's a different thing. So what you're saying, Allison, is about paragraph 2, that they go until the next town election. The third paragraph is reminding us that the next election, we do the remaining portion of the term. So if you get elected for a 3-year term
Yeah.
and after a year you leave,
Yeah,
we're filling your term until the next annual town election. And at that election, we're filling the remainder of your 2 years. A new 3-year doesn't start. So the last sentence is the remaining portion of a term of office shall be filled at the next annual town election. So there's the part about filling till the election, which is the appointment, and then we're being clear that the portion of the next annual town election, it's not a new 3-year term, it's the finishing of the old term.
but hasn't the person worked for 2 years?
No, because if someone resigns after a year and they still have 2 years left on their term
So they may work for 6 months,
and then have to get elected.
have to get elected.
Then they're.
Okay.
So like when Costa ran the first time, Hugh didn't run for a 3-year term the first time.
No, I was
He
appointed.
was appointed for 1 year.
That 3-year term was expiring.
You got lucky
And
with the
that's-
timing.
That's exactly what's confusing me.
Yep.
Thank you, Costa.
But
That's
there's
exactly.
more
what's-
years left, that person's tenure.
I saw what happened to Costa and it made sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he served
Math,
for more 3 years, for 3.
the math worked.
So we're talking about if that's not the case.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so if the person I replaced had 2 years,
4 years.
then in May, I would have had to run for 1 year.
One more year.
And then the next time run for a 3-year
Okay, so
term.
you're saying the remaining portion of a term of office shall be filled at the next, okay, I mean, that's fine.
So can I get a motion to accept?
Well, there's other,
We have others on the other page.
Yeah.
Good try, Mark. Good try.
Good try, Mark.
Keep going. Okay. So now we're in section Article 3, officers, item 2, duties of the chair. No other changes but what I added last time, which is to review and cite
Except,
copies of accounts payable warrants.
last time we talked about, here I got it. Last time we talked about that under the chair, the vice chair and the treasurer, the language should be consistent. And unfortunately, I'm just thinking you left out when you cut and paste.
Did I miss something?
So under the chair, under the treasurer, it says.
Oh, I'm supposed to,
In the chair's absence, that phrase just didn't get cut and paste, that's all.
It's the track changes, that's what you have.
it should be
The same.
in the accounts pay, in the absence of the chair and the vice chair. Because if Mark signs, if he's not available, you sign.
Right.
If you're not available, then the treasurer signs.
Okay.
so there you go.
It's clean up on this reading.
I just fixed it.
In the chair's absence, and then there you go. I knew it was the cutting and pasting and track changes.
We're doing,
Changes.
I will send a clean version of this. I just like to show you where I've made changes out of an abundance of
No, I.
caution.
That it's just that my picture hardly makes those.
That's okay.
Library
So we need to-
It's a spell check.
We done now? Almost.
In the Article 5, we deleted bills to be approved and paid from the agenda.
Yep.
And then those are all of our changes, but would we consider those material enough change it? I don't think we've changed any practice, but we've changed the verbiage that describes the practice. So I don't know whether the trustees would consider this a second reading or
I
not.
think it's a second reading.
I think it's a second reading.
Consider a second
We're-
reading.
Still moved, I mean,
And everybody's, yes.
anyone second their motion?
I'll totally second
I
that.
think nobody's arguing on that one.
And we're all in favor on that.
Do we have to vote?
Do we have to vote? Yes, and it may take a vote on this.
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor?
Who made the motion? Maria?
Maria.
And who seconded it? Great, 5-0.
Now that we've approved this, we need to elect a
Now
president.
we need to elect a treasurer, so may I make a motion to put
Well,
as the treasurer?
Do I hear a second?
I'm
I
sorry,
second that.
not to like slow your roll, because you're doing so good with your motions.
Think twice about it, Jackie.
It's not on your agenda.
Oh, darn it.
So you're,
Brought it up.
I didn't know if you were gonna approve it tonight, so didn't put it on the agenda, but I will add.
So
Add.
I will make a motion next time.
Heck, we can do it next Tuesday. You're gonna see each other anyway.
We could do it when we all stop in to say hello to meet Robin.
That's not a funny joke, Mark. We're not gonna make jokes about the open meeting law.
so I will, since the only duty of the treasurer is to keep track of the balances of the funds. The balances on 6/30
Oh,
of
you
the
have them.
Emerson Fund
Mhm.
was 35,801.17. Of the BF Emerson Fund, 70,524.33. And the unrestricted funds, 43,834.12.
Did they go up by 2?
The total is 150,
Yeah.
159.62,
Mhm.
and it increased by $3,899.62.
Okay, I'm sorry, 159,
One fifty, 159.62 is the total.
150.
159,000.
No, you're saying 150, 960.
No.
150.
150,
Yeah.
159.62. $150,159.62.
It's very neat.
You know, I thought it said
Glad we
159,000.
asked. 150,000.
And we're up plus 3,800.
38.99
38,
and
9.
change.
Almost $3,900.
Wow.
Treasurer's report, Costa.
So that's why.
I have nothing to do with it.
That's why you should be treasurer next month.
Thank you.
We'll make that motion.
Subtle.
Okay, so our next to last item is date for the next trustee, yeah, adjournment.
We have.
Date for the next regular meeting is October 20th. Yep, I'm double checking everybody's calendar.
We had it from before, yeah.
We're in September already.
I know, but,
The second is a holiday,
oh,
the second Tuesday.
That's why it changed.
so with you don't do the second Tuesday?
So we had talked in August that normally we would do this the Tuesday, but there was a conflict that I can't remember, so we
Okay, so it's the.
so we
20th.
looked at the Monday and the third Monday
Yeah.
instead.
And back in January, when talked about, when there's a Monday holiday,
Doing it. Oh,
to the following
Okay.
Monday.
yep, okay, 7 PM.
On the 20th. Which one is October? You guys were in New Zealand last year, you and Alice.
That's right.
Oh, that was in November.
That was November.
So, yeah, it's not quite right. November.
7 PM on the 20th. Okay, so thank you.
Jack says that.
Get that in there. So our next, last item is to adjourn. I have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn at, what time is it?
8:25.
8:29.
Alice has moved. Susan has
Second.
seconded. All in favor? We're officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for attending, and
Thank you.
listening, and participating, and sorry late to all our colleagues here on the board, and thank you to our public that is always
And Rachel.
studiously listening, and thank you for attending. Welcome, and Looking forward to working with you next weekend, 2 weekends, what, 2 weeks?
A week from today.
Week from today. Select, well, is that, that's screening, yeah. That's the same day as the select,
Day before.
It's the same day as the assistant person coming on.
right, yeah. Give it a heads up.
It's a very busy week at the Flint Public Library.
Yeah.